If you cannot achieve the tone in your head, change the tone in your head to the tone you hear in your ear. You're welcome.
Hey, Mickey, you know what? I've got a much better idea. You either move the mic or change the speaker till you find the sound that you're looking for. Save the new age crap for somebody else's channel. Today, we're spending time on planet Earth. Seriously, put down the bong and pay attention. Hey everybody, welcome to yet another episode of SMG Viewers Comments, the show that's about you, not about me. Today's episode sponsor is DistroKid. Let's get right to your comments and questions right now.
Maybe not try plugging the fucking things in. You are testing the woods, not the pickups. Anyone who thinks two guitars can be compared and have any individual element distinguished in its tonal character obviously hasn't played many guitars. I was quality controller for a large guitar manufacturer. Played dozens of identical guitars every day and they were all different.
Try not plugging the fucking things in. Jules, were you dropped on your head as a child? I thought the whole point of electric guitars was to plug them in. See this funny looking hole on an electric guitar? What's that for? Oh yeah, right, that's an output jack. That goes to an amplifier. This is a solid body piece of wood. Guess what? Nobody is going to hear this when you're on stage at full fucking volume. Nobody gives a shit about that. Seriously, can you name your favorite guitar tones on a record that used an electric guitar that wasn't plugged in? I just don't understand. You know, I've always said there's no such thing as a stupid question, but damn are there stupid statements. Oh, and you worked in quality control for a major American guitar manufacturer. Let me take a wild guess what company that was. It's probably the one that charges $3,000 for the awesome fucking paint jobs. Way to go, Jules. You're winning hearts and minds over for American guitar manufacturing. One incredible statement at a time.
Crazy how much tone is from the speaker. I used my 5150 preamp out and direct to a computer and just drastically sounds different.
You know, that's actually a great analogy. I think I'm actually going to work that into a future episode. I've got a couple coming up that are this is going to fit right into it. It's like, yeah, you don't think tone's in the speaker? Well, okay, great then. Plug the back of your amp out into your computer and record that and listen to how absolutely incredible it sounds.
I don't understand why people get so defensive. It's like you aren't telling them to stop using their $3,000 tube amps or $1,800 profile. You're just saying that instead of spending that money, you can drop much less on a piece of kit like the Tonex or the Podgo and still sound great. It's not for the people who have already spent the money, it's for the people on the fence.
Well, duh! Yeah, that's the whole point. If you already own a super expensive tube amp, that's fine. If you already own a Kemper or an Axe or whatever, you spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on stuff, that's absolutely fine too. But for the new kids coming up, the kids who want to learn how to play guitar and want something that sounds great, the great news is you don't have to drop an awful lot of money these days. The path to getting great guitar sounds is definitely much shorter and less convoluted, that's for sure. Much of it has to do with awesome tools like this, the Tonex, or even the Bogren amp knob where you literally just plug in and go and it sounds good. What a novel concept. Why didn't they try doing that years ago?
We get it. Move on.
Hey Jay, in case you didn't notice, the show is called SMG Viewers Comments. That means the show is based on the comments you guys make. If you want me to move on, I don't know, maybe ask a question. What do you want to know? What do you want to learn? I'll be more than happy to answer it. And if it's a cool enough question, I'll be more than happy to do an entire dedicated video on it. If you guys have got episode suggestions, leave them below. I'm always open to episode suggestions. Personally, I would love to get past this whole Tonex versus Kemper versus Axe, but you guys keep making dumb comments, so I gotta keep making smart answers.
Could you do a video about selling gear and getting a fair deal? I love my local music shops, but hate that I would only get 30% of what I paid for, especially when the gear in question is well maintained and not very old.
Yeah, dude, if you're only getting 30% of what you paid for, you, my friend, are getting fucked royally. The short answer is learn how to sell on your local classifieds. Maybe I should do a dedicated video of that. That actually sounds like it might be helpful. And you know what? I've sold a lot of gear over the years, and maybe I can help just a little bit. Let's see what we can do. If that's something you guys want to see, leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to make that episode. Thanks for the suggestion, dude. Hey guys, real quick, this episode of Spectre Sound Studios has been sponsored by DistroKid, my favorite online music distribution service that I've been using since 2015. It's the one-stop shop to get your music online to all the major streaming sites like Apple Music, Amazon, Google Play, and Spotify, plus over 150 smaller online music retailers as well. It'll cost you a whopping $22.99 a year, and you keep 100% of your earnings. DistroKid also has lots of cool features like getting your project more followers on Spotify with the hyperfollow feature, or change your image on Apple Music and iTunes, plus adding credits and liner notes to stores and streaming services. You can now list musicians, contact info, social media profiles, and hundreds of other roles. And there's even a brand new mobile app that you can use to upload your music on the go, track your stats, and track your earnings as well. DistroKid also has a splits feature that allows you to pay your collaborators automatically by percentage, so you can concentrate on making music instead of learning how to be an accountant. You can change the splits, add or remove collaborators at any time, and collaborators even get a 50% discount on their own DistroKid account too. There's 3 levels of plans available: Musician, Musician Plus, and even one for labels. I use DistroKid to put my music online, including this channel's theme song, The Eagles Landed, and even got a license through DistroKid for that cover of Moon on the Water that we did a while back. Go to distrokid.com/VIP/Spectre today and grab yourself a 7% discount on your first year. Follow the link in the description below. Now let's check out the butthurt of the week.
I would really love to block this channel. This guy can't play guitar, isn't in a band, and can't mix. His loudmouth know-it-all bullshit is absurd. What a total asshole!
Hey everybody, that's Seth White. That was something he said in the live stream like last Monday. Thanks for stopping by, Seth. It was so nice of you to say that and then run away like the coward you are. We made a couple comments. You just fucking vanished, I swear. What do? Hang out with Marlon Brando, say something really fucking stupid, and then just evaporate into thin air? I don't get it, man. You know what, though? I do understand, though. It's something George Carlin said. It says, and you know what he said? He said, everybody loves it when you're honest. Until you're honest about them, then you're an asshole.
I know this is an old video, but it's still great. Glenn, never stop being you, man. I appreciate what you do greatly. Being an asshole to those that deserve it. You broke through to me when I believed BS, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. This channel is so amazing because you don't give a fuck about what people think about you. And if you do care, you're sure as fuck don't show it. You do things most channels are afraid to do because they are shills. Even if you ever shilling anything, I don't feel like it, nor remember. You're always upfront and honest. And to those of us that save up 6 to 12 months for new gear, I really appreciate the honesty and bluntness. Love you, Glenn, you grumpy, amazing fuck.
Hey, Dr. Cryptox, thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate the words of affirmation. Lets me know at least some people are appreciating what I'm trying to do here. And yeah, the whole save 6 to 12 months for a piece of gear. Dude, believe me, I know exactly what that's like because I remember scrimping and saving for my very first really good preamp, which was like a Vintech 1272. You know, I saved and saved and saved and saved for that thing and finally got it and thought, oh, I'm going to have that famous Neve sound. And then I, plugged it in. Turns out it sounded a lot like my other preamps, so it's like, oh, shit. The thing that nobody bothered to drive home was that modern preamps, even the cheap ones do a really great job. And I could have probably saved myself thousands of dollars if somebody had been kind enough to actually point that out to me. Yes, nice preamps are nice to have, but they are not the be-all, end-all. The important things are, especially when you're recording guitar, is you need a good set of speakers. So if you're not getting the tone you're looking for, don't look at your tubes, don't look at your tone wood, don't look at anything. Just fucking start by maybe getting a better guitar cab. That's been my experience anyway, and I'm gonna keep telling the truth no matter who it pisses off. And if you don't like me saying what I do, go fuck yourself.
I am so addicted to this channel. I am new to this channel and I'm spreading your link to my groups. 26 years mixing and recording, and I'm still on year 5 of your channel. I've bought into all your called out bullshit for years. Thank you for your no BS approach. It's not too late for anyone to learn.
Thing is, what I do isn't really that difficult. It's not that hard for anybody to make a test, to record a couple things and then play them back against each other and go, hey, what's going on here? I did it because I had to learn how to reamp when I was learning how to record guitars. So that was kind of my day-to-day. I'd spend 8-10 hours in here working on guitar sounds and just A-Bing things. And it's like, anybody can really do it. I'm just passing along what I've learned and hopefully saving a few people a few bucks along the way. Remember, guys, there's nothing wrong with spending money. Just make sure you're spending it on what's actually going to help you achieve your goals quick.
This show is also about protecting us from the big industry sales machine, even when we're too vain and stupid to realize it or to say thank you, Glenn. So thank you, Glenn.
Well, hey, Tommy, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate the kind words. I'm glad to know that my honesty is appreciated by some people, unlike some of the Seth Whites of the world.
So, I have a 1x12 Harley Benton cab. In a theoretical world, would there be any point in my owning the very bestest modeler and IR ahead, given that I have a 1x12 Harley Benton cab?
Oh, maybe if you want to change your tones up. I mean, yeah, changing out your cabinet or virtual cabinet is going to be the easiest way to do it. I mean, like those Harley Benton 1x12s are loaded with vintage 30s, but believe me, there's far more speakers out there that are other than vintage 30s, and they've all got their own unique signature. I'm like, there's Hesu Demons, there's, you know, the DV77s, there's the greenbacks, the hempbacks, the copper backs, the cream backs. I mean, like, it just goes on and on and on. So, you know, even if you've got a Harley Benton 1x12, maybe get yourself an impulse response loader for recording. You might like the sonic palette that unleashes. And I definitely recommend checking out Prism when it comes out. For anybody interested, it is a pre-release right now. There's a link in the description below. We've got some limited spots for it available right now.
Wait, did they sound different? Isn't that impossible? You didn't change the speaker!
Well, hey, Matt, thank you so much for your genius insights there. Always appreciate that. Now, here's the thing. If you had actually been paying attention to what's been going on the show, we shot that video. That was the blindfold shootout. We were hearing some differences in the guitars. Yes, because one was a humbucker and the other was a humbucker, but it had a coil tap on it, and that was engaged. That's why we're hearing the difference. That correlates directly with what I was doing with the vintage guitar shootout we did several months ago, where everybody couldn't tell the difference between, you know, a piece of shit Harmony and a Gibson ES335 because they were humbuckers, but everybody could hear the single coil. Same thing happened in the Ibanez video. We could hear differences between humbuckers and single coils, but from humbucker to humbucker, maybe not so much. And if you're a home recording engineer or you're working with bands and whatnot, the first place to start is not with the pickups if you're looking for certain sounds. It's in the speaker. And for confirmation on that, plug the back of your amp directly into your interface and listen to how awesome that sounds. Doesn't matter what pickups you change.
I've got an uncle who's a professional sommelier. From what I hear, he makes a killing selling expensive wines. I was talking to him about it at one reunion, and he basically said the same thing. Aside from a few small differences, there's really not much special about an expensive bottle of wine. 99% of the fun is the thrill of buying an expensive luxury item, and it's there to fill that demand.
I think that's a very important observation you mean, and that is my target audience is not people who buy expensive luxury brands. My target is the home recording engineer who's trying to achieve certain sounds and who's been given wrong information by the people who are buying expensive luxury brands. It all comes down to one simple question. Do you want to make awesome sounding records, or do you want to just impress your friends by, ooh, look what I bought? Me, I'm trying to get certain sounds to come across the speakers. That's my priority. That's always been my priority.
I understand that the speaker is a big thing and tone wood is complete bullshit, but wouldn't the pedals be the thing that changes the tone the most? Maybe I am just butthurt. I can have a shitty speaker and shitty pickups, but a good pedal my gear can sound pretty good.
Not with the shitty speaker, honestly. I mean, like, I struggled like crazy with the original 5150 cab with the Shitfield 1200s in it. I tried making a record back in 2005 with it, and I just could not get a good sound out of it no matter what I did. Those speakers were just terrible. It wouldn't matter what you threw at the amp, the guitar, the pedal, anything. Nothing was going to change it because speakers affect everything. They are the last word in the signal chain until at least the sound gets to the microphone. So you can tweak a few things with an EQ pedal, but honestly, you're polishing a turd at that point with a shit speaker.
Since you're getting into speakers lately, I got a question for you. What do you think of bass speakers? I've been rocking a Behringer 4x10 cab with Bergera speakers since high school, and people love to bitch about Behringer. I've been rocking this cab for almost 20 years and have never had a problem. It sounds incredible. Lately, I've been taking cues from Rage Against the Machine and Voivod by using a channel splitter and a second bass cab with a guitar amp head to blend the clean signal with distortion and other effects. The second cab used to belong to my uncle, and while I'm getting some intense sound out of it, the speaker itself has been beaten up for years, and I'm looking to replace it.
That's something I haven't explored yet, or the tone of bass cabinets and how much the speakers make a difference there. I've got two very different bass 4x10s. I've got a heart key with the aluminum cones, and then I've got a dark glass cab as well, so maybe that's an episode I should be checking. Or what do you guys think? Is that something you would like to see? Honestly, that's a question I don't have an answer to, so I really can't say one way or the other. I think I should investigate that.
I bought a vintage 30 for my combo a while ago because I was watching your older videos and you mentioned them a lot and said speakers were important. Then you started saying the V30 is overdone and totally unoriginal, so I felt bad about it. But then you tried one of the 2022 ones and loved it so much you made an IR of it, so I could feel good about it again. I realized myself and a lot of other people need to figure out why someone's opinion on something is insignificant as what gear is best is taken personally. Somehow, I don't think it's really about gear or even music at all.
Well, that's the thing. I've been doing this show for years, and my opinion does change with the evidence presented. I mean, like, when I first started this, 2013, 2014, something like that, I mean, like, vintage 30s were all the rage. Everybody was using them, so I was just, following the herd, as Guar would say. And then as I, started developing things a little bit, I started to realize, hey, everybody's doing the vintage 30 thing. Might be cool to stand out from the crowd a little bit. Then the new ones came out last year, and they sound fucking amazing. They don't sound like the ones from 2006, so I'm like, what can I say? Things change. I'd also say check out some other speakers as well. I'm going to be doing something really cool, and I'm going to be retrofitting the 6505 Plus combo with other speakers. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the Mojo Tone stuff, and they got some really cool speakers, and they're all super affordably priced at like $110 each. Definitely going to be an episode worth checking out, so please make sure you've hit the subscribe button, bell, and all that kind of stuff so you guys can see when that video comes out, because if you want to save a fortune on an awesome tube amp, you don't want to miss this video. Anyway, dude, hey, thanks for writing in, and if my changing opinion pisses you off, what can I say? I'm not a fanatic.
You should make a playlist with all the reviews of gear you actually think is decent to make it easier for us to find out what products we should trust/investigate. Also, selfishly, I would appreciate one for the amplifiers at this moment. I gotta get rid of the Lane 6 Spider I got from my parents as a gift when I started playing because it does not do my guitar justice.
Actually, that's not a half bad idea. Maybe I should do the 2023 recommended gear list, on a budget, budget guitar gear 2023. Is that something you guys would like to see? Once again, leave a comment below, because this is something I could probably approach a bunch of different manufacturers about and say, let's do something here and make a really fucking cool video around it. I think that sounds like a very fun idea. If that's something you want to see, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment. All right, everybody, that's it for this episode. Many thanks to DistroKid for sponsoring this episode yet again. If you haven't got on DistroKid yet and you make your music and you want to get it out to the world, I definitely recommend checking it out. I've been using them for years. They are fantastic. Thanks to everybody who wrote, those who gave good advice, those who gave really stupid advice, and those who think plugging an electric guitar into an amplifier is a bad idea. Really appreciate that one, man. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, and until then, have an amazing weekend. Now let's get out there and make some great music together.